Xbox just jacked the price of Game Pass. Yet another price hike in an already tumultuous situation for Xbox console and the Xbox Series generation. Xbox just announced today that they are making a 50% hike in the Xbox Game Pass tiers, changing yet again the tier names and how you can subscribe to Xbox Game Pass and access it across console, cloud, and PC. And to make matters worse, Xbox and Microsoft's site to cancel your Game Pass subscription is literally overloaded and will not respond. There are so many people right now looking to cancel their subscription to Game Pass because of this egregious price hike. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, the tier that gives you access to all three of those, has now gone from $20 in the US to $30, but they're also adding in some new features. This comes hot on the heels of the announcement that Microsoft Rewards was cutting down its benefits and not allowing you to directly redeem points to get Xbox Game Pass, instead moving it to cards and making the amount far higher than it used to be. On October 1st, Xbox rolled out a new trailer showing all the great benefits and games and everything available to Xbox Game Pass, while then turning to a no-name spokesperson to announce the price hike and all the changes coming to the service.
And Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is still Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. We explored other names, but they didn't work out.
Don't do that. You're not helping. This isn't funny. This isn't what fans want. Right now, fans are lashing out on social media and the comment section on the Xbox trailer video that they're ready to cancel their subscription, that now $30 has become too much. In an era where we have multiple subscriptions, many households having at least 10 to 12 different subscriptions across music, movies, and TV and video games, $30 has now become one of the most expensive tiers for a renewable subscription service you could be paying for. But Xbox is offering far more value, and instead of just hiking the price, they actually decided to soften the blow by bringing more benefits and even more games to the service. Before we talk about Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, let's talk about the lowest tier, which used to be called Xbox Game Pass Core. This was basically your access to play multiplayer games online on console, which we're going to get into in just a moment. But Xbox Game Pass Core has been now changed to Xbox Essential, and they're giving you 50 games, all playable on PC and cloud and console for $10 a month. And of course, access to play online multiplayer, something you already pay for if you're paying your service provider to get on the internet. This is something that Xbox needs to get rid of, and as they roll into the last year or two of this console generation, they're supposed to possibly be getting rid of the online paywall going into next generation, because if you follow this channel and the gaming news for next Xbox, it's supposed to be PC console hybrid. So they essentially can't charge you to play online if you're basically on a PC in a couple of years. The next tier is Xbox Premium, which used to just be called Xbox PC. This was $10 a month. It's now seeing an increase to $15 a month. But not only that, they're giving you access to some console games as well as all of the regular PC games. This tier for $15 a month, which used to be $10, gives you access to day and date first-party Xbox releases on PC and a selection of 200 console games. You're also getting cloud with this, and we'll keep bringing up cloud, but there are a lot of people who play on it, but not the majority or the core audience that is subscribed to Game Pass. Also, this tier, if you're just on console, gives you online access, but Microsoft and Xbox are promising to bring their first-party, brand new release games that come to the Ultimate tier in the middle for $15 a year after they release for everybody else who buys them or has Game Pass Ultimate. And let's talk about Game Pass Ultimate. Xbox is promising 75 new games every year on the service, and lately they've been putting around 10 of their own first-party games in the service each year, but this is $30. But they decided, instead of just hiking the price, they were going to provide more value to justify part of the price hike. Here's what they're adding: They're adding Ubisoft Plus Classics. They're giving you a strong library of Ubisoft existing titles, not day and date new titles, but games that have been on the platform for a while. This will give you access to Assassin's Creed titles in the franchise, Far Cry games, Watch Dogs, Ghost Recon, etc., but not the day one titles. Ubisoft Plus Classics is a $10 value that they're bringing into this price hike. And then, if you're a big fan of Fortnite, there is the Fortnite Crew subscription, which is about $12 a month in the US, which gives you 1,000 V-Bucks every single month, unlocks a bunch of skins and cosmetics and other things, and allows you to get things in the Fortnite store automatically that you'd have to earn from playing over and over and over again. This doesn't really appeal to the strong hardcore audience that is playing all the big brand new titles on Game Pass, but for those that do play Fortnite, it offers another $12 value to this extra $10 a month price hike. $30 when it used to be $20 in the US is an egregious price hike. And just the other day, Sarah Bond, the president of Xbox Gaming, was bragging about the $5 billion a year that Game Pass brings in revenue. And then the reports, everyone's like, is Game Pass sustainable? Oh, are they making any profit? What does the revenue numbers mean? They've already reported that Game Pass is making a profit. They've already reported multiple times that it's sustainable. And with the $5 billion a year revenue number next to them saying they are profitable, how could they brag about this but then say they're gonna jack the price up 50%? The price hikes have been absolutely egregious from Xbox and Microsoft in the wake of them spending $70 billion on Activision, Blizzard, and King, and Bethesda. With all of their big major game output, they put out so many games. They've been making a ton of revenue, growing bigger than ever. Their reports outside of console have been really, really positive, and the growth for Xbox has been amazing. And with that comes a little bit of greed and them pushing their market position, having 30-some million people on Game Pass, ingrained, waiting for all the next games to continue to push and pay more money every single month. And having $30 debited out of your account for a handful of games you're playing every month, is that worth it to you? I've played a ton of games on Game Pass. The first-party output for Xbox has been absolutely incredible, and I've been happy with that. But you're asking me to pay an additional $10 every time, and that adds up to almost $400 a month. And with Xbox saying that Xbox Game Pass customers play $400 worth of games a month, it kind of makes you think, oh, they totally think they can justify the price hike. And there are fans that are going to be unsubscribing, and I'm curious to see if we'll see any type of growth in the wake of Xbox's major price hikes this generation. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for watching this video. I woke up this morning to the news about the price hike right at 7 o'clock Pacific time. The news broke when I had just put out my scheduled video for the embargo for Fallout 76 and the update for that game. If you haven't checked that out, please go back to here on the channel and check out all about the ghoul being entered into Fallout 76. I'm a big fan of the game, but it's very frustrating that in a time when we should be talking about major updates for games that we want to play, that we're forced to sit here and swallow a pill that Microsoft continues to be a $3 trillion company and charge more and more to keep their profits high with costs rising. It's absolutely a horrible combination, and it makes enjoying games a little bit more difficult. If you ended up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of new weekly content. If you want to further support what we're doing here on the Colteastwood channel, you can hit the join button below. That'll get you early access for videos and monthly merch giveaways and so much more. Also, check out the Patreon if you want to support the channel and help keep the studio lights on and keep content rolling in as well. You can check out the Ecstasy Podcast. That's a weekly podcast that runs 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to break down everything that's going on with Xbox Live, Xbox Game Pass, price hikes, the console problem, and so much more. But there is good news coming, tons of games and new hardware. I can't wait to break it all down. Let me know what you think about the price hike. Are you unsubscribing from Game Pass? Do you think what they added with Ubisoft Plus Classics and Fortnite Crew justify a bit of the price hike and you're still all in Game Pass? Let me know in the comment section. And while you do that, as I always say, please be nice.